We made the test and we see that the overall power consumption for this machine has been reduced by about 10%. But if we consider also the performance increase, for example, if we look at this part, it can be produced on, let's say, simple 3-axis machine with 6 setups, or maybe on some simple 5-axis machine, or on DMX 60U. So for example, if you would like to produce this component on 3-axis machine, you need twice more time. So basically, you consume, okay, maybe not twice more energy because we have here more powerful spindle, but for sure the power consumption will be bigger overall if we consider the entire process.
So here at the DMG MORI Pfronten Open House 2025, we have another world premiere. This is the DMX 60U. There is also an 80U here. Michael, you're going to tell us more about this world premiere and why they've introduced it. Firstly, just explain what the machine is.
Yes. So, hi Paul, thank you very much for joining us during this event. So, I'm really excited to present you our new machines, the DMX 60U. As you mentioned, this is the world premiere of those machines. And this is basically the successor of already existing and well-approved CMX line. So this was also universal milling line with technology 3+2. So with this new DMX line, we want to follow long-term DMG MORI strategy of machining transformation. So with those machines, we secure all 4 pillars of MX strategy. So green transformation, process integration, thanks to integrated grinding process. Automation, of course, with full range of DMG MORI automation system, both pallet and workpiece handling. And of course, digital transformation with new control panel, Ergoline X and Celos X.
Okay, now I'm just going to open the door.
Yeah,
Should we just open the door?
Yeah.
I mean, what I want to understand as well, and I'm sure the audience do, is where some of the differences lie between this range and, let's say, the Evolution or the Evo machine, because you've got a lot of 5-axis technology.
Yeah.
Where does this one sit?
Yeah, you are fully right. We have maybe not many, but we have different products within 5-axis technology in DMG MORI. But the past shows that there is a place for 3+2. But as you can see, there are a lot of applications when you don't need 5-axis simultaneous interpolation. So this is, let's say, typical example of components where you need multi-sided machining, but you don't need 5-axis simultaneous interpolation.
It's the majority of parts, let's be honest.
Of course,
I mean, it's the majority.
Yeah, even last week I spoke to one customer who has plenty of our machines, and he said that mainly he was buying 5-axis machine, but when he analyzed how many times they use them for their 5-axis machine, real 5-axis machining, he told me that it was less than 5%.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And when you then look at this machine, and again, I don't want to compare too much, but you know, is this machine as fast as some of the other 5-axis?
Yeah.
Is there any compromise anywhere?
Yeah, we made a lot of improvements within this machine. So we have completely changed the mechanical concept. So we have here monolithic machine bed, which results in much better rigidity. So we see that this machine is about 50% more rigid than predecessor. We are much faster. We increased the rapid traverse to 42 meters per minute. We also increased the speed of the B and C axis, so of the swivel-rotary table, from 6 to 10 RPMs. We have also changed the thermal compensation. We have direct measuring system, direct drive transmission in X and Y axis. We have full range of options with different tool magazines starting from 30 up to 120 pockets. Different spindles. So the basic one is 12,000, but you can also install Speedmaster up to 20,000 RPM or high torque version.
Okay, now what's the difference between the 60 and the 80, which is over the other side?
Yeah. So both machines belong to modular, let's say, in concept. So there are a lot of common, let's say, components within those machines. So the main difference is with the X-axis stroke, because here it's 600, on 80 it's 800 millimeters. So this is what stands for from the name of the machine. But for example, the Y-axis travel, Z-axis travel is the same, and a lot of components like X, Y-axis light, spindles, tool magazines, they are common for both machines. So the main difference is basically with the X-axis stroke and the size of the table.
Okay, now what's really interesting here at the open house is you've got the DMX 80 and 60, and they're both being served by one automation solution.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is quite different, but it basically means you've got one automation cell feeding 2 machines.
Yeah, and this is, I think, a huge benefit to our customers, because you can better utilize the automation. Because if you're on one machine, one automation, then for most of the time machine is running and the automation is not fully utilized. So normally depends on the cycle time, and makes sense to try to combine at least 2 or maybe few machines with automation. This is what I said. With those products, we secure full range of DMG MORI automation solutions, also standard one like PH150, PH Cell, PH Twin, robot to go milling, but also customized.